The most underrated way to progress faster with calisthenic skills is definitely bands. Decreasing body weight makes it possible for you to be the boss, enjoying greater control over daily training. Keep watching to learn why bands are a must for all calisthenics strength levels. Everyone tuned into Fitness FAQs must know the calisthenics fundamentals first and foremost. Training bodyweight skills is all about levers for manipulating difficulty. Beginning in a tuck shape is going to be easier as the center of mass is closer to the base of support. As the body extends, the difficulty increases in proportion to the length of the lever. With this knowledge alone, gains can be forced by lengthening the body into the more advanced calisthenics shapes. However, as we know in the real world, progress is rarely straightforward. Most people get stuck in an isometric progression and struggle to bust through plateaus. One option is taking a step backwards, holding an easier exercise for longer. The most common mistake is going up a level in an attempt to force gains. Let's discuss why bands are a valuable choice for consistent progress with calisthenics skills. Let's get straight into reality. Calisthenics skills are tough. Most of you watching can relate to the feeling of requiring 100% effort when you're practicing your skills. We know based on exercise science, this isn't a practical or useful strategy in the long term. Training raw is definitely possible. However, don't think being relegated to regressions is required. Don't worry, bands have entered the chat and they're a useful calisthenics adjunct. We now have the luxury of training advanced body shapes at an intensity which suits our level of strength. This is particularly useful for full range of motion calisthenics skills. From a day-to-day training perspective, 3 to 5 rep sets are going to be feasible with bands. Auto-regulation based on your strength and daily energy levels is also possible with assisted training. Simply choose an exercise and band setup which is challenging yet manageable and enjoy those calisthenics strength gains. Training with assistance shouldn't be seen as something to be embarrassed about. Take pride knowing the skill can be trained with more volume and better technique, setting the stage for faster progress. The major value of band-assisted calisthenics skills is simple training. Every strength level is now able to choose their training setup and improve. With bands, there's no need to cycle between endless bodyweight progressions. We all appreciate when training isn't complicated, we tend to make more progress. Understanding is linked to clarity. Knowing our why encourages effort through confidence. Many people have used this straightforward method to make massive gains. Intensity management would have to be the overarching benefit of band training. Short, medium, and long isometric holds are all manageable with the appropriate band type. Optimal strength training benefits from incorporating an array of rep ranges, hold times, and total volumes. You wouldn't do pull-ups and push-ups only one way. Why treat calisthenics skills any different? It's undeniably easier to manage daily training dosages with the help of bands. When fatigued on the later sets in training, heavier bands are our equivalent of using lighter weights, aka reducing intensity, aka drop set. Basically, bands allow the opportunity to get in more total work, more overall volume, and increased total hold duration. A drawback of bodyweight skill training is the high barrier to entry. Certain exercises are extremely difficult or flat out impossible when first attempted raw. It's unrealistic to expect the average person to jump straight into skills and succeed. If bands allow an element of empowerment, that's good stuff. This gives everyone an opportunity to practice technique and progressively build strength at their own pace. The real reason people don't use bands more often in their training is a fear of looking weak. We need to approach training rationally and objectively instead of emotionally and make the mature decision. Visit fitnessfaqs.com for our calisthenics programs to become strong like a gymnast, look like a bodybuilder, and train smarter. Good luck with your skill progress and enjoy the journey.